Captain America's Forever War by Anthony M. Caro. When the title hero laments, some nights just get worse than others. Captain America number 168, December 1973, opens on a downbeat note, highlighting the Bronze Age of comic books penchant for the tragic. This issue is a compelling yet flawed relic of its era, written by Roy Thomas and Tony Isabella with art by Sal Buscema. Someone did think highly enough of the issue to reproduce it in an alternate format. In 1974, Power Records, a division of Peter Pan Records in Newark, New Jersey, released scores of bookend record sets, comic book reprints paired with radio theater adaptations for young readers to follow along. These popular releases remained in circulation until the early 1980s, a pre-video game/computer era when home entertainment options had limitations. The Power Records adaptation notably toned down the Phoenix's racist comments directed at the Falcon, yet the tale does not lose its powerful presentation of a tortured soul consumed by hate. The issue explores mature themes, but struggles with page-length constraints. Modern comic book readers, unfamiliar with the Bronze Age, may find the plot and dialogue dated and overly simplistic. Still, the powerful thematic elements offer a poignant glimpse into the darker corners of Marvel's 1970s output. For all its narrative stumbles, it remains a fascinating artifact, offering modern readers a window into the complexities of Marvel's past and the enduring struggles of its iconic hero. While quaint by today's standards, both the original issue and the audio version were engaging for young audiences, and Captain America number 168, titled, "And a Phoenix Shall Arise," was selected for this treatment, blending a war comic potboiler with Marvel's signature superhero action and angst. The story centers on Captain America and the Falcon's confrontation with the Phoenix, a mysterious villain driven by revenge against Captain America. Captain America soon learns the Phoenix is filled with rage derived from his father's death and embrace of Nazi ideology. The Phoenix, later revealed as Helmut Zemo, the son of the original Baron Zemo, never returned in this guise after this issue. However, John Byrne revived the character in the early 1980s during his landmark run, abandoning the weak Phoenix stock villain and instead focusing on making him the formidable second incarnation of the original Zemo. Admittedly, the straightforward story sometimes follows an illogical path. The Phoenix locates Captain America and the Falcon with remarkably implausible ease, and a particularly absurd sequence sees Captain America duped into chasing a Phoenix robot after randomly encountering the villain's alter ego on the streets of New York. These pages come across as unintentionally comedic, highlighting the unfortunate shortcuts taken due having to tell a story in 22 pages. In 1973, with most comic book readers under 12 and limited page space to tell a tale, writers and artists kept plots simple, often sacrificing logical coherence. A two-part special could have enriched the plot, deepening the story's themes and allowing for more action. The issue has its flaws, but the themes convey depth, and the grim tone aligns with Power Records' preference for adapting darker Marvel stories. The Phoenix's racism and Nazi sympathies are not the only dark elements to the story. Captain America's struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder hangs heavy on the hero. The story uses World War II as a poignant allegory for the PTSD afflicting Vietnam veterans returning home, giving it topical relevance while using historical events to sidestep overt commentary on contemporary controversies. The approach allows the issue to tackle serious topics with subtlety, a hallmark of Marvel's more ambitious Bronze Age storytelling. Yes, the Captain America of the early 1970s was a brooding character, a man displaced from time, trying to fit into a new culture while retaining past values. Early in the issue, the iconic hero cries tragically in a Silver Surfer-like manner about being a man displaced in time, a recurring theme in Captain America comics during the 1960s and 1970s. Feelings of displacement underscore internal alienation for the much-beloved and respected public figure. The internalized suffering deepens as Captain America sees haunting parallels between Bucky Barnes and the Falcon. These visions trouble him, as the Golden Age Bucky died attempting to disarm a bomb, leaving Captain America racked with survivor's guilt and self-blame. Captain America worries that the Falcon will suffer a similar fate as Bucky and it will be Captain America's fault. Captain America's empathy toward the Phoenix adds further complexity to the hero. Captain America's overly optimistic empathy sees him attempt to create a connective redemption arc with the villain over the shared pain of loss. Cap clings to the hope of curing the Phoenix's madness and virulent Nazi ideology by reasoning with him, reflecting the first Avenger's unwavering belief in redemption. Sadly, the Phoenix is beyond redemption, as he is too consumed by hatred and vengeance. Cap also struggles with another dilemma, one depicted on the cover. Captain America's attempts to reason with the villain while shackled to a slab hanging over a boiling vat of Adhesive X. Captain America is able to escape his predicament, while the enraged Phoenix grabs the hero's shield and ill-advisably tries to throw it at its owner with deadly force. The error in judgment has a literal boomerang effect, resulting in sending the antagonist into the vat of bubbling Adhesive X. Helmut Zemo, the Phoenix, becomes another casualty of the never-ending war. Burdened by guilt, Captain America wrongly blames himself for his foe's self-inflicted demise. In the grim, quintessentially 1970s conclusion, he tells the Falcon to keep saying it's not his fault, hoping that if he hears it enough times, he may believe it. Captain America number 168 balances bold thematic ambition with the narrative limitations of its time, remaining a compelling relic of the Bronze Age.